Hello. Good evening. Happy Crimson Tuesday. 802 is pretty good. It's my best in months, probably. Hooray. Hey, Blaholton, Mousimus, hello, hello. Douglas Shades, good evening. Yeah, we don't have a lot to go over today. I don't have anything new to tell you. We're going to get into art just about as soon as possible um, because I want to make decent progress tonight. And actually, in the spirit of that, I actually did a little bit of prep for today in terms of the artwork. I kind of fixed the man's leg a little bit, but I'll show you what that looks like. Um, Art Bicklaus sent me some helper sketches, and I kind of was looking at that a little bit, and I I fixed the leg. I fixed the leg a little bit. Bill Kuhn, good to see you. Yes, it's an art. It's an art night. It's an art night, and it's gonna be, yeah. It's pretty much gonna be that. I don't have anything new to share. Chapter 4 of the Crimson Diamond is still technically finished, and I haven't touched it since then. I have deadline stuff I'm working on right now, which will probably mean we're not going to go too late today, too long, because I have something I feel like I need to get done tonight, work-wise, and so we'll see how far we get, or we'll see how frustrating the leg and the bucket get tonight, and if they are too much for me, then I'll say good night, everybody. I have some other things I need to do tonight. Ronald Draxter, hey, Cosm43, good evening. But yeah, so what else do I have? Okay, so yes, we're still streaming on the Surface Pro 2. That's on my to-do list, is to actually transition to the Wacom Mobile Studio Pro for streaming. I would like to do that. But like I said, the camera is a bit in a weird place. It might actually be fun just to stream with the Wacom's camera where it is, and just you guys can see this nice angle the whole time. We can do that. That might be a fun thing to do. But yeah, I have not worked on it yet. I haven't set it up because the thing is when you want to get something done, you kind of don't want to wrestle with the new tech. You just want everything to be working as intended and just get the work done. And so when I get a bit of this work done that I need to do, which is actually for Sweet Baby Incorporated's unannounced game project. There's something I want to get done for that before tomorrow. But of course, yeah, I can't talk too much about that except the fact that it is my first art director role on a game, and that's been very exciting and educational. Hey, CGG Rick, Judith Butler's lover, hello. Hey, Jim plays games, Eden Waith. No, Eden Waith, exactly. I have not done much with the Wacom tablet yet. And it's a tablet PC actually. I've installed, of course, one of the first things you do when you get a new computer is you install Adobe Creative Suite 2 onto it, of course, naturally. I'm sure Francisco, if he was here, would agree with me on that point. Yes, the Call of Tuesday. Yes, it's and Mouse Miss, yes, Windows 10 finally. I know. But yes, Happy Crimson Tuesday. Tuesday. Yes, art director role, it does sound fancy. It's not something I ever thought I would do, but it's been, yeah, I mean, I talked about it last stream a little bit on the Dan pre-stream, where it's a bit of, I oversee one other artist, and I approve his artwork before he adds the assets into the Google Drive thing, and I offer revisions and things and style suggestions and stuff, because he's basically, I kind of established the style of the art that we're doing, and so I just need to make sure that he's kind of keeping in with that, and he's really good at it actually, and also just other art assets and stuff. It's actually kind of wild to see my art in a game where there's more people than that's not fair, because the Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator, that game is also a game where it was a team of people, and my art is kind of part of it. But in this one, my art is pretty much the only art you see in the entire game, which is completely. Okay, look, I know the Crimson Diamond is all my art too, but it's different when it's another team's project, and it's kind of bizarre to see that, and kind of intimidating actually too, because I know that it's a team of a bunch of really awesome people, and the art is the first thing that people will see. And I feel a pressure with that because I want to make sure that it's going to be appealing to people, and it's going to give the game the best possible chance it has to make a good first impression. The deluxe talks, yes, it's Tuesday. Yes, Jim plays games essentially, yeah, you're saying your brain tells you that art director means pointing at an artist and saying, do an art, no, not like that. It is essentially that. From what I gather so far, this is my first time being an art director, so I could have this totally wrong. But that has been my impression as well. Yes, congrats. Yeah. So CGG Rick. Yeah, the art director thing. Couple Fridays ago, yeah, Sweet Baby Incorporated, which is an amazing company that's based in Montreal actually. They've worked with a ton of. Hold on, let me just look really quickly at some of the places that they've worked with, doing all kinds of stuff. They do like narrative consultation. They do. Hold on. I should have notes, and I did have notes. Not this time. Montreal. I'll tell you, they worked with some really, and they've been great. They've been just a dream to work with. And for a first art director role, it's been a perfect experience. I got nothing else to say about it. Okay, so let's see. They've worked with Square Enix, Montreal, EA, Valve, Ubisoft, WB Games, among other things. They've worked on Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Goodbye Volcano High, Neocab, and Game for the Playdate. And let's see. It is Kim Belair is the co-founder, and it is a Black and queer-owned narrative development company working in indie and AAA spaces around the world. So they're awesome. Totally awesome. I'm behind them all the way. Yes, Sweet Baby Incorporated. Yeah, the difference between a solo artist versus being a member of the band. And it has been a lot of learning, and it's been really an educational experience for sure. Because yeah, it's the communication with other people that I'm not that used to. Coming from doing just my own thing for so long. I mean, right out of college, I was a freelance illustrator, and I did that for about a decade, and then I started doing my own game, and so I'm extremely used to not consulting with people, and for better or worse, everything has a two sides to the same coin, of course, and it's been awesome. I've been really, really fortunate in my experiences so far. That's that. What else? So that's the dev update. Yeah, so chapter 4 officially done. I'm going to be getting back into some work on the Crimson Diamond soon, hopefully. Going back and just adding some parser commands and stuff into chapter 4, and then probably finally getting to some of the feedback. I've gotten a lot of really good feedback about the demo and just things I could improve and bugs and stuff. So I do want to address those things. So that's probably what I'll do next before moving into chapter 5. Oh, Deluxe Tux can recommend a Neocab. Really cool mashup of okay, so Valhalla is Va 11 Halla, and the old show Taxi Cab Confessional. Neocab, cool. Furoi, heyo, good to see you. Yeah, so yeah, Sweet Baby Incorporated is really awesome. Really good. Okay. So, I guess I should, before we get into the art, which is, I'm bound and determined to make some progress tonight. So much so, in fact, that yes, earlier in the day today, I cheated and I did a little bit on my own ahead of time. Because I wanted to focus. Because as much fun as it is to do the streaming with you guys, it's a little bit tough to focus on what I'm trying to do. So I wanted to just give myself a good 45 minutes to just try to fix the man in his bucket and his knee. And I think I've gotten it to a place where I'm kind of okay with it. So, yeah, I'm so sorry. I told myself I would not work on any of the introductory art when it wasn't on stream, but I needed to just have a solid foundation for it before I brought it to you guys again. Yeah, Jim plays games. You would know, of course, streaming is difficult and is multitasking. Yes, it's prep. We'll call it prep. We'll frame it as prep. And I have it on a separate layer so you guys can see the before and after. And it's not a heck of a lot of work that I've done. Middle-aged stream, good to see you. Oh my gosh, good to see you. So in case you guys don't know, Middle-aged stream is an amazing middle-aged stream. He streams retro games. He streams just about everything. His channel is the best channel I've ever seen. And he says, "You're such a pro streamer, though. Look at you blaming chat. That's what all the greats do." Thank you. I learned from the best. What can I say? I learned from the best. And middle-aged stream is among the best. He is a gifted and talented streamer. And I rate him, I think Dan and I rated him last week, because his channel is the best. It really is. He's got all the best things happening. He's a talking beer glass, which I would like to do eventually, but maybe not me. Maybe I can rig it so that we have a Nancy Maple portrait and like my mouth will move and her mouth will move or something. It sounds like an old country or blues song about a man in his bucket. Yeah, we're not gonna... The Ballad of Doug. Yes, middle-aged stream. So please, anyone, if you love just... it's I think Dan actually described it to me as... it's like Adult Swim, but with retro games. That's what middle-aged stream is like. So, 100% recommend. Okay, so... Thank you so much for coming, by the way. That's awesome. Jimbles. Awesome. Oh, staff. No, you staff. You are the best, and I hope you do know that. I hope you know that. Oh, I should introduce myself. I'm going to introduce my... It's 8:14. It's time to introduce myself. My name is Julia Minamata. I'm the solo indie game dev behind the Crimson Diamond, which is a graphical mystery adventure game set in about 1914 in Northern Ontario, and use a text parser to kind of move around. I'm going to show you guys the trailer very shortly. So Judith Butler's Lover, if you're still here, you have not missed it. We're gonna play the trailer very shortly. And what else can I say about it? I'm using Adventure Game Studio to make it, and the other person that's working on the project is Dan Policard, the musician. And hopefully, I haven't asked him yet, but hopefully next week Dan will be back on. We trade off. This is an art stream. Next week will be a music stream. Dan composes the music for the game live on stream, and we kind of take feedback and just hang out and have a really nice time. Last stream, and I put the videos on demand. Okay, that's not okay. You come for nothing else. Thank you, Judith Butler's Lover. Hey, come for something. Whatever you come for, you're here for. So let's see. Hold on. What is my thing for my own links? Oh, anyway, that's not what I wanted. Okay, anyway. The latest Dan stream that we did is on my YouTube channel, and he composed near the end. He composes, like, he just off on the fly. He just kind of improvises. He improvised this beautiful piano piece, and so I recommend coming to music streams for that, and also seeing Dan's incredible collection of nerdy treasure. Last week he showed us an advertising poster from the 1970s of a piece of Star Wars A New Hope artwork by one of the Hildebrandt brothers. I think there's two Hildebrandt brothers, and or maybe that's the father. I don't know. There's a Hildebrandt who paints. I know there's more than. I'm pretty sure there's more than one. And he has this beautiful piece that he got for like $40 or something, and he showed us that on stream. And every week he seems to have something else to show from his treasure trove. Oh, something turned off your Maple Mystery notifications, Davor? Yikes. Yes, and middle-aged stream, yes, your stream is like a fever dream. A good one, though, not one of the bad ones, where I can't solve a math problem, and it runs in my head in circles. It's not one of those. It's not one of those dreams, it's a good one. Davor, yes, good to see you. Judith Butler's Lover, you come for the trailer and to see me one day shredding the Crimson Diamond theme on an electric guitar. I can play no instruments. But maybe one day we'll maybe write some lyrics for the theme song or something. Okay, we're going to play the trailer now, and then we're going to get to work. Dan is not here to keep putting us off track. And Deluxe Ducks, you say when you see the intro and the real completed game, it's going to be a walk down memory lane of all the past streams. Okay, we'll run the trailer, and then yeah, get to work. Get to work.
Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago.
Well, did it start from the beginning? What happened? Oh no, it doesn't start from the beginning. Oh no, give me a second. I gotta fix something. Why does it not start from the beginning? Oh.
Crimson, Ontario was once a prosperous, lively mining town. But that was a long time ago. Now it's quiet, nearly deserted, and some folks aim to keep it that way. Nancy Maple is an aspiring mineralogist assigned to follow the trail of a dazzling diamond. An intriguing cast of characters has converged under one roof, each meaning to get their own way. Or else. Will Nancy untangle the mysteries and machinations before it's too late? Will the sleepy town of Crimson shine once more? Find out in The Crimson Diamond, an upcoming adventure game by Julia Minamata. The Crimson Diamond demo is available on Steam and itch.io for Windows PC and Mac OS.
Okay, that's that. And I forgot to mention, Middle Age Stream actually played the demo on his channel. So thank you, Jimbles. Thank you for playing. Thank you for playing the demo on your stream. That was awesome. Okay, so 8:20. Time to get to work. What else can I say? Is there anything else for me to say? Ooh, Crimson Gazette should be coming out in a couple days. I haven't even started writing it. Every month, I do a newsletter, and I think on the main website on crimsondiamond.com, you can subscribe to get it directly into your email box, or of course I tweet it out as well. I'll link to it on the website as part of the dev blog. And what it just is an overview of the stuff that has been going on with the game in the past month. So any type of news items, like there was that link about the Wired.com Geek's Guide to the Galaxy episode that I got to be on. And so there'll be a link to that, and about the BIPOC, the Pixels grant that I won, and some of this, an overview of some of the streams that were done in the past month. So it's a really good monthly digest of kind of everything that has happened with the Crimson Diamond since last issue. And it's been actually helpful for me as well, just to keep track of everything too. But yeah, if you're interested in getting a long form piece of writing with a nice rock fact in it, and sometimes a craft corner, that might be something you want to subscribe to. And yeah, it's I have fun writing it, and it comes out around midway through every month. Pixels would be a great zine name. It's a really good name, actually. But yeah, I think they mentioned it. I think, is there a link for that? Did I put one? Okay, yes. So I just put in Nightbot. So Pixels, BIPOC Creator Program, and so I applied to for this grant. It's for Canadians. Is if you identify as Black, Indigenous, or a person of color, you're a creative lead, and you're making a game solo or with a team of 3 or fewer people. And yeah, you just have to be Canadian and have a Canadian bank account, and those are all the requirements, the prerequisites for applying. And it's actually a very painless application process too. And they provide funds and they provide mentorship, and it's been a really amazing experience. So I recommend, if you identify as Black, Indigenous, or person of color, you're Canadian, you're working solo or in a small team, next time they do a round, I don't know if they have a newsletter or something you can sign up for, but definitely give that a shot. It's no strings attached to the money. There's no Riku. They don't hold your feet against a fire or anything like that. It's been nothing but a great experience, and so please do apply next time that comes around. Okay, so we're gonna get to some work. I think Control 8 is the Photoshop. Okay. So hopefully you're looking at the Photoshop right now. Yeah, Pixels, yeah, that's the thing with the name Pixels. It actually does sound like a women's event, but it's not. It's not just for women. Yeah, because it's the L's, right? It's actually based in Montreal too. So having the name with L at the end kind of does make it sound like it's only for women, but it's not. Okay. Ooh, yeah. So actually, these are some. So I didn't actually want to have those up because there's some sketches that I was helped with, and I didn't ask if I could show those on stream, so that's why I closed them. Yeah, if it's Montreal, yeah, it is a bit of a, I guess it's a name that kind of can give people a bit of an impression that it's for women. So hopefully, me just telling you guys that it's not. It's for anyone who is BIPOC. Okay, so here we are. So here is what I've done with this gentleman so far, and all it's been is last time we left him off like this with just a bit. I was gonna work on that leg here. And all I did today is this bit, where I kind of made his leg come toward us a bit. And yeah, I think that kind of works. And Pixels would be a good girl band name. The shine on the bucket's looking nice. Thank you, Jim Plays Games. And yes, Karasalash, yes, bucket art. Bucket art. The red on the rim, it looks a bit like blood. So what we do when it looks like something's standing out is we try to put that in other places. So that's the thing about EGA. It's all about context, visual context. And so if we feel like the red on the rim of the bucket looks like blood, what we can do is we add it to other places. And so, for instance, the edge of this boot here, lit by the firelight, we can actually, hopefully that'll minimize this idea that that red on the rim of the bucket looks like blood. And that's kind of the magic of EGA. Everything is about the context of all the other colors and shapes, especially at this resolution. When you're at low resolution, when you have limited colors, it's all about what else is around that thing. Because if you take anything here out of context, it will look probably like nothing. His left hand looks a little short. His left or his left hand? Or the one that's on the left. Yeah, it's that's another kind of trouble that I have is the foreshortening of whatever is going on here. His left. Okay, so the one closest to us. Yeah, so what I could do is I can look into giving that more of a bend, for sure. So why don't we look into that? Ooh, the fire reflection from the bucket reminds you of the Blacksmith Guild and Loom. I should at least watch a playthrough, or at least look at a bunch of screenshots from EGA Loom, because it has some good stuff in it. And Dave Voice says, using a more saturated red nearby can also make the desaturated pink look less red in some contexts. And yes, thank you. Yes, Deluxe Tux makes a good point. A comparison to Loom is pretty high praise, for sure. But yeah, that's another thing, is like what color is next to the color is also, it's a whole thing. There's so many things to consider when doing stuff like this. So, we're gonna put a bend in this arm. We're gonna see if that's gonna help with the length of this particular arm. And yeah, I mean, of course, if you guys have any art questions, any Crimson Diamond questions, fire away. This is going to be a pretty chill one, because yeah, I don't have anything that I can really talk about. Hopefully I can talk about some stuff at some point soon, but there's a few things that I would like to discuss, but just it's not a thing I can do yet, unfortunately. But hopefully this year there'll be some fun stuff to discuss. Let's see. If people ever compared you to Loom, you just retire, Dave, or it's all downhill. Unless it's the VGA Loom. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are never going to hear me speak out in favor of any VGA version of any game. And that's not to say they aren't good, because yeah, there's some really nice VGA versions of stuff, but I just they're never gonna be what I like more. I can't think of a single game that I prefer the VGA over the EGA. And if you guys can think of one, please let me know, and maybe I will amend that opinion. But just, which makes me sad because yeah, I mean a lot of those games are really hard to come by in EGA because everyone just thinks of EGA as a technical downgrade, and I certainly don't see it that way. EGA purist. I don't know if I don't know if I'd call myself an EGA purist, considering I'm not even using indexed colors right now. But I don't know. I just like the way it looks. Ooh, Deluxe Tux recently played Tex Murphy Mean Streets, and the VGA was superior by far. I didn't even know that there was an EGA version of Mean Streets. King's Quest 1 VGA versus King's Quest 1 Original. I don't even remember the King's Quest 1 VGA. I remember the EGA that they did, the SCI looking one. Arm looks great now. Amazing how easy that was. I'll take it, Mousimus. It's usually never. What kind of term is that? No. It's usually not that quick. Okay. Yeah, the King's Quest 1 stuff. Oh yeah, the EGA one where it's like AGI style, but not the remake. I do like that one. But that one was actually the one that was actually made by Sierra is the one that I actually quite favor. And I do have a special place in my heart for the CGA version of King's Quest 1 too. As well. King's Quest 1 as well. But see, good. Okay, so the arm looking better. Let's just do a quick check. Oh yeah, there we go. And I mean, maybe his leg looks a little short still, but this is a quick scene, and I don't want to get too tied up in that, so. Right. EGA version, I do remember, I feel like I'm not making this up, but I think there was an EGA version of Rise of the Dragon by Dynamics or however you pronounce it, and I think I really was impressed by that. But whenever I look at screenshots, it's mostly the VGA one. But I feel like my brain remembers it in EGA. But maybe that's just how my brain works. Okay, so. Yeah, that'll probably do. That actually, I'm kind of okay with this as it is. And perhaps he isn't that tall. You're right. And in Slide Studio, you think the leg looks good? Yeah, I think. You know, maybe we can bring the knee. Yeah, we'll play. Well, you know what we do here is we'll just play with it and not commit. Let's just do that. Let's bring that. Why don't we bring this a little forward? Early VGA games, Jim plays games you think look pretty ugly. Space Quest 4 looks worse than the predecessors. It was muddy and messy. I don't remember much about early VGA. Like the Space Quest 4 I thought kind of looked okay. What I really like about those early VGA games is, yeah, they did have paint. They were based on painted backgrounds. So in some instances there's original art, which is really, really, really cool. And I really enjoy that aspect of it. EGA Karazalive says EGA Jim Walls in Police Quest 3 looks like a demon with his empty black eyes. Yeah, we almost did that with the fisherman here, and we decided very quickly against it. Yeah, I mean, I think this is 1914. He's an outdoorsman. We're gonna say it's okay. He's a little on the shorter side. I see. Okay, so with Jim Plays Games, you're saying the art didn't scan well and created a lot of artifacts. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. But yeah, I mean, I even remember when they did the VGA version of Quest for Glory, and they made a big thing about they were doing the clay, the animated clay stuff, and I thought that was pretty cool. But I still like the EGA sprites better. It's just really cool that they did that, though. Claymation portraits. Exactly, Dave. Or like owning some of the original, that original artwork that they would do, would be really cool. And that's to me one of the few drawbacks of EGA is that there's no real original. Well, there could be. I mean, there could be some, design document sketches of some of the artwork, but it's not like a finished piece that you can frame or something, which is a shame. Which, although back even still with EGA games like Quest for Glory 2 and any of those other games, they had original artwork for the box cover. And that's something I definitely want to do for the Crimson Diamond eventually. That's one of my goals. I would love to do a piece of original artwork, like an actual illustration for the box cover. And never sell it, of course, but I would love to do, and then maybe sell prints of it or something. But I do want to illustrate that. Oh, Doom enemies were drawn from clay models too, Maximus? I did not know that, but that does make sense because they were modeled very well. Devoy is asking, have I done lenticular painting? I have not. Is it when it's like at a certain angle it looks one way and a certain angle it looks another? Because lenticular printing. I'm sorry, I thought this said painting. Yeah, lenticular printing. Yeah, I know. Like you would have a picture and you would tilt it one way. And I've not done that. Is that the one you mean? You love the cover for Lure of the Tempest Deluxe Tux. When I eventually do get around to doing a cover for the Crimson Diamond, I would love it to look kind of like Quest for Glory 2 kind of was a watercolor kind of looking cover. I'd like to do that. I want to have something that kind of looks like the cover of a cozy mystery novel crossed with, the Quest for Glory 2 kind of look. That's what I'm going to go for, I think. And I have started preliminary sketches for that, but that's going to be a long time coming. Not EGA cover art. Well, there will be, key art or whatever. I don't know what key art is actually. But no, there will be art for sure. But I want an actual illustrated, like a painting for the cover. Because I feel like that's super old school. Yes, and Ronald Dragstra, the Laura Bow, the Dagger of Amon-Ra, looks amazing. That Art Deco looks amazing. I love the look of that game. Yes, of course, Jim plays games. Real screenshots in the back of the box, of course. Of course. Yeah. And I have not played The Longest Journey, Day of War. There's so many games I haven't played, actually. After reading Kurt Collada's The Guide to Classic Graphic Adventures, I realized, I still have a lot to go in terms of even the old stuff. Never mind all the new amazing things that are coming out. Yeah, the Art Deco look of Dagger of Amon-Ra is spectacular. And the portraits are spectacular. Oh my gosh. I could go on and on about that game. It's really, 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 really good. Oh no. Davor says the Longest Journey puzzles are killed adventure games tier. Ooh. Okay, well maybe I will play with a walkthrough beside me or just watch someone else play it. Yeah, I'm not interested in that level of punishment. I think maybe I need to make his foot a little bigger. And maybe I'll angle the boot a little bit more, and then we can call him done and we'll do the animation for it. And then work on just fixing up the rest of this. I think we'll make some good progress tonight. Okay, so you say there's a few really bad puzzles, Davor, and the world building and backgrounds and stuff are what make the game shine. Yeah, I think for an adventure game, it's a big thing. that world building in the backgrounds. You know, we don't well, I don't want to speak for everyone, but I kind of feel like adventure games don't really have a lot of tricks or tools in the toolbox. So the ones that you have, you kind of really have to nail. And it means that you really do concentrate on the writing and the setting and stuff, which is the stuff that I like the most anyway. So. Ooh, the scope of The Longest Journey is the best part. Deluxe Tech, you didn't have any problem with The Longest Journey puzzles? I've never been good at adventure games. I mean, and so when I'm designing the puzzles for the Crimson Diamond, I'm trying to make it as easy as possible, believe it or not. Although beta testers often have, they have different opinions about that, but I'm honestly trying to make the game straightforward and logical as possible. But of course, it's not always going to be seen that way, but that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to make it hard. The title is no joke. It's a super long game, The Longest Journey. It's like the never-ending story. Sakanakao, good to see you. Adventure games, Jim Plays Games says, are less about coming up with the logical solutions than they are about guessing the one solution the designer thought would make sense. And actually, when I was designing solutions for some of the puzzles in the Crimson Diamond, I tried to actually have multiple solutions or multiple ways of doing the same thing. And I can't really give any examples, unfortunately, but I did really try to do that. There was feedback, Dave, about regarding the ease of the puzzles in the middle of Broken Age. Yeah, I don't know. I tried to give a few options to the player, so if they decide to do something one way or the other, then both are possible. Because it's all about that illusion of what's possible. And multiple solutions. Yeah, Quest for Glory 1 had some wonderful multiple solutions. Hey, Anna, good to see you. Just like in real life, Anna says, there's always multiple solutions, some more practical than others, but most are feasible. Yeah, I mean, as an example, like this is not a puzzle in the game, but if you had to cook an egg, you could either use the small pan or the large pan. I would program it so that you could use either pan and still get the cooked egg. Like I didn't make it so that you come up with the player character has an excuse why they're using one and not the other. I kind of tried to do both. There's no egg cooking puzzle in the game so far. Maximus wants to know, have you settled on a hint system for the Crimson Diamond? No. No, I have not. I don't know if that's going to be a thing. Maybe I'll get people to PayPal send me like $5 or something, and then I'll email them with a solution, or with an answer to their question. I don't have a hint system. I actually, whenever anyone mentions hint system, I like to mention Inspector Waffles, which just came out recently. It's another adventure game. It's by a solo indie dev, and I think I have the links here. Yes, okay. So, I put the links for Golasso Games in the chat, and a link to Inspector Waffles on Steam. The game launched, and Yan is a solo game dev, and he just published this game. And you're a cat, and it's a mystery game, and it looks really good. And it's actually the first game ever released that actually has a piece of my art in it, because there are some little collectibles in the game for these sports cards called Wool Ball or something. And on one of these live streams, I created a Wool Ball card with a Crimson Diamond theme. And now that the game Inspector Waffles has launched, that's the very first game where my art is in a game. Not even my own game, but somebody's game. And Cosmic Void 3 also says, that Inspector Waffles is great, and definitely check it out. I have to buy it. It's one of those things where I want to buy it, but then I also want to add more things to the cart for absolutely no reason. So I haven't actually gotten around to buying it, but I'm definitely going to. I met Yan at Adventure X, and he's a really awesome person. And his hint system, which is what I was trying to get around to when I started talking about Inspector Waffles and got carried away. Inspector Waffles has an amazing hint system where if you're stuck, you call your mother, and your mother like gives you advice, and that's the hint system. No, Galasso Games did where I think this is Yan's first game, I think, potentially, that he's made. He did not use Adventure Game Studio, he used Unity, I believe. But it's kind of amazing, it's very cute, and I'm definitely going to buy it and recommend it, because I have played the demo, and the demo is really nice too. And you can see Dido, in fact, do I want to spoil it by showing the card that I did for that? Yeah, here's the card I did. So for those of you who aren't going to play it, here's the card I made for the game. So we have, you can see we've got Dido, who is our last family cat. And Dido's wearing a Crimson Diamond jersey with a number 9 for 9 lives. And a little diamond insignia on the jersey here too. And of course it's the Crimson Diamond logo colors of blue and red. Yes. Yeah, a lot of the contributing artists are also, I think, adventure game folk. Oh, okay. Oh, I see, Dave. Okay, so you mean you call your friends for hints and into your games. Okay, I did not know that. It's a really cool hint system. Mouse Miss, how about a Spaceballs like twist? On one of the bookshelves there would be a TCD book with Nancy can read when she's stuck. I really like that that idea. Oh, cool. So okay, so there's also stuff from Moon Pirates, Headwear Games, Guard Duty, Chasing Stag, and John Inch of Cloak and Dagger. That's really cool. Yeah, it's like a yarn. Instead of obviously, yeah, basketball. It's like a wool ball of yarn. But yeah, so that's the one I did, and that video is on the YouTube channel, so you can kind of see what that was from beginning to end. I kind of go through a bunch of reference photos of basketball players, and we pick one together, and then I go for it. Yes, so that's that, and I was really glad to contribute to that. And now Dido is immortalized in Inspector Waffles, and that's really special to me. Ooh, Matt Frith of Theropods and Feriadarls also did a card? Oh, Dave, well, that's another good one. It would be a great hint system in The Longest Journey. Is that the hint system in The Longest Journey? Where the author is asking the kids what they think happened next? Matt Frith is amazing. Matt Frith is an amazing artist. Oh, you wish it were, Dave? Well, yeah, that's a really cool thing would be, yeah, it'd be kind of like a Princess Bride book ending type of thing where, you know, Peter Falk and Fred Savage are talking about the story. That would be kind of fun. Yeah, Matt Frith is an amazing artist. Oh yeah, I was going to make this guy's foot bigger because it is closest to us. So why don't we do that? And then we'll get into the 3-frame animation I'll be doing for this piece. So. And yeah, next week hopefully will be a music stream with Dan. And we will continue on that beautiful piece he just started working on at the end of last music stream, which was the kind of Nancy goes out into the wilderness for the first time in the daytime, because in the demo you are just playing Nancy from the point where she is in the lodge at night, having just arrived there, traveling all day to get there. And in chapter 2 of the game, which is not in the demo, you get to actually venture outside. And Dan was composing this piece of, kind of like in Quest of Glory 1, where you leave, you go out into Spielberg for the first time and there's a bit of a musical thing that happens. That's what Dan was working on. Partially that was what Dan was working on last music stream, and hopefully we will continue to do that next stream. Because I realized, and we discussed this as well last week, that the Crimson Diamond is a cozy mystery, but a lot of the music so far that Dan has been composing, and because I've been requesting it, has been like tense things and dramatic things, and I think we definitely need to give more tone of that cozy mystery feel. Unfortunately, yeah, I haven't really been asking too much for that type of music. Ambersine, good to see you. Ooh, an owl in the woods giving hints and cryptic words would also work. Lots of good ideas here. Like I said, I haven't even considered what I'm gonna do for hint system, or if even such a thing will exist. Get myself a 1-900 number, you know? That'll work for the first week. But what a week. I think it would actually be a funny gimmick to do that. I would never do it, but I think that would be funny. Or do you think everyone would hate that? It's not going to happen. I'm just thinking aloud. Text Crimson Help to 5749. Yeah, we could definitely do a text Crimson Help. Something like that. I guess it's modern times require modern solutions. Why not? Make, a few $dozen before the entire walkthrough is posted online. And CGG says, do like Ken and Roberta and just give out your home phone number. Perfect. Another, you guys are full of really good ideas. I have a fax number or something. Yeah. A print of finger you must seek. But yeah, I would love to make a hint book. That's just never going to happen. But I would love to do that. Not the marker type. The one with the window. See, that's looking pretty good. I think I need to make the log a little bit longer. So let's do that. And then we'll do the... Actually, before we do the animation, I want to clean up the rest of the scene. Some of these are double wide stars, which is not right. So we're going to work on that a little bit. And maybe get back into some of that shadow like we were having here. See where we go. See where we can... But getting there. Oh, neat. So the Conquest of Longbow hint book had design doc stuff on process, which was fun and inspirational, Deavor says. And yeah, and some of the stuff in there was, I think you needed for the game. Yeah, some of hint books have really good information. There is a Crimson Diamond manual that I think is also on the Steam page, but it's really kind of out of date now, I think. Although, I mean, it just has all the basic. I tried to model it after like the old school hint books. I mean, the old school manuals. So I do want to have a manual, even if it's just a PDF. Maybe with some gameplay tips, things like that. Bill Kuhn, awesome. You had a dream last night where you got to go to Ken and Roberta Williams' place because Roberta needed help with her vintage computer. Sweet. Okay, so. Oh. this. Okay, great. Bilkin, I'm glad Roberta was super nice. And Ronald, you say Cedric is the best in-game hint system? Didn't Cedric, it was more like what don't do certain things, not suggestions? He was kind of he tried to discourage the player from doing certain things, you know? It's like the opposite of a hint system almost. Hmm. Okay. Uh-oh. We're getting into... It's starting to... I feel like it's starting to lag a little bit. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can still get a little bit of... But yeah, I'm hoping next week maybe we can do... Maybe I can stream from the Wacom. Even though, like I said, the camera angle is going to be super weird. I might just do it for fun. And then maybe get a webcam or something. I don't know. Is it still hard to get webcams on the internet? Or are we kind of caught up to that now? Oh, interesting. Thalmastry in Charm's Way had an explicit hint system, Deluxe Tux says, that Deluxe Tux never used, but typing think into the parser mode listed unsolved puzzles. Interesting. Think. I kind of like that. Yeah, I don't think the Crimson Diamonds parser recognizes think yet, although I feel like it's one that either it should have or should have a reason why you wouldn't use it. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about the guy sitting, so why don't we... Although... So why don't we... Let's just take a survey of the rest of this and maybe fix a few other things. Okay, so Deluxe Tux, you think the Crimson Diamond, the notebook that I have in there, is kind of similar? Okay, because yeah, that is the notebook in the Crimson Diamond is basically just this is what you need to do. Although it doesn't explicitly, well, it sometimes does explicitly say what you need to do. It just kind of acts as a if the player kind of forgets what they're supposed to do next, which can happen a lot in adventure games, especially if you leave it for a few days. That's what that's for, just so you know what is expected of you next. Jim plays games. Have a good night. Thank you for coming as usual. It's always awesome to have you around. Good night. Yeah, I don't know. It's about 9 o'clock now here. I'm not sure how much longer I'll go. Maybe another hour. Maybe hour and a half. It depends. Like I said, I have something I want to get done tonight. For unannounced Sweet Baby Incorporated game. Not sure when that's going to get announced. But hopefully soon. Who's to say? Who's to say? Yeah, I'm kind of making the hair a little bit more grizzly. many locations is there in Crimson Diamond? Ronald Dragster wants to know. In terms of rooms, I think right now there's about 77. But that includes a close-up views of things. So, for instance, in the demo where there's a close-up view of, you know, in the trailer you saw a close-up view of Evan and his sister Nessa at the dining room table. I think that counts as a room, although I think that that room gets used for other close-up views as well. But so it's approximately 77, I guess. Yeah, yeah. And I will be adding a few more, so I don't expect there's going to be more than. It's definitely going to be fewer than 100. Definitely. Probably closer to, yeah, like 90 at most. 85 or 90. I'm actually pretty close to finishing. Yeah, but basically most of the backgrounds are done that I need. Except for like end game stuff. That'll be some new stuff. But yeah, I would say most of it is kind of done. Which is, so I mean, that's not really a lot when you think of, you know, any other adventure games really, even stuff from back in the day. Oh, that's quite big, you think, Ronald Dragster? I don't know. I actually don't know how many rooms other games are. So, I can't really say. Does anyone want to weigh in on how many rooms are in some standard Sierra games? I know we talked about this a bit on an earlier stream, but I mean, in terms of, I mean, obviously stuff like King's Quest 1, King's Quest 2 probably don't have a lot of rooms. Oh wow, Deluxe talks, Dude, Where's My Beer is an 8-hour game and has only about 12. Oh, Cosmic Void 3, I said right now it's about 77, and I think the whole game will probably have around 85, if that. Yeah, so it's currently 77, as listed in Adventure Game Studio. So, okay, Colonel's Bequest is around 50. Okay. Okay, actually. Give me 1 second. "50 playable rooms. Interesting. Alright, so I just got confirmation that Dan should be good for a music stream next week. And hopefully it's going to be, yeah, more of the stuff that we were working on last week, which was that outdoor music, which will be a bit different. It's not going to be a looping piece, it's going to be just a piece where the player is wandering around outdoors, and the piece will play from beginning to end. So however long the player kind of is wandering around, a couple minutes, then the music will play out, just one song. Okay, so playable rooms in most Sierra games were usually not more than 70. Oh, King's Quest 1 was 80. Huh. Leisure Suit Larry 1 is about 30 to 35. Okay. Well, I guess I was going from off of what Francisco was talking about with Lamplight City and how many rooms that game has. Because I definitely think he's got 100 and something in Lamplight City. And maybe, I don't know how many rooms Unavowed has, but probably about the same amount. Although, I don't really know. So I always kind of had the feeling like the Crimson Diamond did not have that very many rooms, but I guess I'm wrong. Okay. Yeah, Dave. Well, yeah, Lamplight City. I think you can revisit places, and you need to. Yeah, there's some games that have a ton of places you never go back to them. Yeah, I mean, Crimson Diamond is definitely not one of those. Oh, okay. Yeah, Francisco has big games, lots of backgrounds. Yeah, I do wonder how many Unavowed has. Oh, Anna, I'm glad you like how many rooms are in the Crimson Diamond. Most of it actually, there are more rooms in the inside of the lodge than on the outside, I think. Um, which is kind of weird to think that the inside is bigger than the outside. I guess that makes sense because the lodge is two levels, so. But it's odd to think about. And speaking of Francisco, of course, Francisco is making Rosewater, and he streams his game dev, animation, and development and stuff on Wild West Wednesdays, which is tomorrow. He streams on Wednesday afternoons. So. And unfortunately, yeah, I can't really make those anymore to hang out because I have these meetings, the Sweet Baby Incorporated meetings are around that time, and so I'm usually prepping for that meeting, and I can't unfortunately hang out on Wild West Wednesdays. But it's really nice. It's really nice to be able to do that because it's really relaxing and it's a good group of people. Oh wow, Anna _CGG says that Francisco is going to be on the CGG podcast later this month, which is wonderful, and I'll definitely be listening to that. Yeah, Francisco is awesome. I mean, Francisco has made more than a dozen games. It's really like just so cool, and it definitely a huge inspiration for me. I mean, before I even started the Crimson Diamond, he'd done the entire Ben Jordan series. Oh, cool! I'm glad that Anna, you say that that you kind of got to know him through me. Yeah, he's smart. He's self-taught on just about everything in the game stuff. So I mean, the programming and the art and everything. It's really cool to see his development from the first Ben Jordan game to now. It's so cool to see that evolution. And he's super nice. He's a really nice person. So if you can check out his Wild West Wednesdays, I definitely recommend it. And if you he's another one of those people who uses Adobe Photoshop CS2, and so sometimes occasionally we'll be watching each other's streams and just pick up a new way of doing things, even though we've both been using these programs forever. And he also uses Adventure Game Studio. Of course, well, I should say I also use Adventure Game Studio because of him, because that's what he used, and I thought, well, he's using that, and that looks like it'd be something I could do, and so I started using Adventure Game Studio. So, oh, no, I don't like that. Yeah, Dave Orff says, Francisco tries to come off as so unsure about programming despite having programmed like 14 games. Yeah. Yeah, and his design philosophy has evolved too, Deluxe Tuck says, Francisco's design philosophy, and I have to agree with that. Yep. It was good to see just to see that Adventure Game Studio games can, yeah, I mean, you can commercially release Adventure Game Studio games, and so like Dave Gilbert and Francisco, of course. And of course there are other developers too, like Sean Aitchison, who did Sumatra Fate of Yandi, Theropods, which is Adventure Game Studio. It's a really good engine. Oh, wow. Deluxe Tuck says Charlotte Gore was working on her game. She built her own engine from the ground up. Wow. Yeah, I don't even know where to begin with that. I don't have a programming background, and I just need something that works. But I am super impressed by people who can do that stuff. And I kind of wish I knew more so that I could be more efficient with my coding. But luckily for me, it's the modern era, and the type of game I'm making, I can be sloppy with the coding and not have to worry about, it running too slowly on people's systems. So I take advantage of that. And yes, Hassel is a fantastic name for a game engine. All right. So let's just take an overall look at this. Let's add the shadow back in a little bit. Okay. Yeah, so let's get in here. I don't know about the shadow back here. I might have to completely redo it. Alright. Okay. Oh, thank you, Deluxe Tux. The game is Yorkshire Gubbins. It's been out for a few years, and it's one of the funniest games on Steam. Thank you for the link to Yorkshire Gubbins. Is this by Charlotte Gore? Yorkshire Gubbins? Sting one underscore JP. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Awesome. Yeah, I'm just doing a bit of art tonight. Just a super chill stream. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna go for tonight. I feel like I'm actually running out of gas. So who knows? Maybe I'll catch a second wind, I don't know. But, kinda wanted it to be a shorter stream because I have some stuff I have to do. Oh, cool. Oh, Anna underscore CGG, you're right. We did that. We did Yorkshire Gubbins for Ladies' Night in Guild. I vaguely remember this. Good memory. Okay, it's episodic. Okay. I probably did sort of a Yorkshire Gubbins themed graphic for Ladies' Night, but I don't remember that at all. I don't have a very good memory. And I wonder how long ago that was. It was probably embarrassing me not that long ago. Oh, Slot Studio, I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a. I'm just gonna see if I catch a second wind or something. I'm just gonna go to. Let's go to Big Meets. I don't think there were notifications because I didn't hear anything, but let me check real quick. Okay, no notifications. Good, I didn't miss anything. Good. Okay. Control 8. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna. I'll try to see if I get that second wind. Um, Anything else to report in terms of anything new? Let me check one thing, because there is something that's supposed to be coming out soon, and if it has, I can talk about it, and if it hasn't, then I can't. 1 second. Okay. Don't think it's come out. No. Never mind, I can't talk about that yet. There's about 3 things I can't talk about. So. We're just gonna have to keep working. Yeah, Ronald Dragster, yes. I don't like to talk about things that I can't talk. I don't like to talk about things I can't talk about. In terms of like even mentioning them, but I'm just right now I'm just grasping at straws. So I wish I could. Yeah, just call them Project N, Project D, and Project A. Yeah. All in good time. All in good time. But I can definitely talk about Crimson Diamond, although, like I said, there's not really anything new to say. Besides the fact that I'm seriously doubting that I'll be getting this thing out this year, considering it is halfway through April, which is horrifying, really scary. How do folks feel about the inexorable passage of time? Is that too much of a question to ask at this time of evening? Okay. Thank you, Cosmic Void 3. Don't get frightened, it will be ready whenever. Speaking of, when is your game going to be finished? Ooh, release in July. Beta testing this May? Oh, that's like tomorrow. Holy cow. Congratulations. Very well done. Yes, last studio indie games, especially solo dev, ones take long. Like how long was Betrayed Alliance? And Cosmic Void 3, you can't wait for the reports of bugs you're gonna get. Oh yeah. And that's actually one of the scary things about adventure game studio games, is they're not that good about when you have bugs and you need to fix them, because when you fix adventure game studio games, they can break the save game files really easily. So there's a few workarounds you can try to have. You know, this has been discussed before, and there's definitely some workarounds to try to minimize that, but there's in some instances you just can't. 6.5 years for just the first third of the game / studio, and that wasn't consistent effort either. Yeah, I was the same way with the Crimson Diamond for sure. Yeah, Dave. So when so for instance, when I'm working on the game, and I have a save game, but then I add a new view to the game, like a new animation, or I change something potentially in the script, or something like that, then the save game no longer works. No, it doesn't really have to do with the flag. It just has to do with adding a new view or changing a view, or a global variable, adding a new global variable, something like that. Yeah, Cosmic Void 3, working with GameMaker is save, don't break. However, there's no save game system in place. You have to program your own from scratch. No thank you. I wouldn't even know where to begin. But yeah, so that's the weakness of Adventure Game Studio, is that when you release that thing, you better hope it's just about as stable as you can get it. Of course, it's never going to be perfect. And I should ask Francisco about that, actually, and also Dave. But you have to be super duper careful. And I just maybe just accept the fact that it's not going to be perfect, you know? That's true, Dave. Or if you can program the save game from scratch, there's a benefit of being able to manually edit the save games to get whatever state you want. Yeah. 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 One of those things, like I said, if I could program, I would like to be able to learn more. And that's, like I said this before many times. I have a list. Well, I don't even have a list, but I should have a list of things I wanted to actually do when after the Crimson Diamond launches. And one of those things is, yeah, I wanted like take a programming course or something and actually figure stuff out, so that I can do those things. And Dave, I don't know the format of AGS save games. If they're binary files or text, I have no idea. I should look. Anna CGG says, I'm imagining Lori and Corey right before releasing Quest for Glory 4. They just look at each other and shrug their shoulders and let it go. Yes, exactly, for yeah. So that was one of the workarounds that you could potentially do, is add some dummy extra global variables just in case. Yeah, so definitely that would be something I would do. But some things, maybe you can't guard against as well. Oh, interesting, Dave. Well, yeah, I should take a look at what the save games actually, how that all works. Because I don't really know. Because for me, when I'm testing, I could just expect to constantly break the save games, and the save games aren't a big deal to me. But of course, for a player, it's kind of a big deal. Yeah, Ronald. Yeah, programming is. Yeah, don't think of it as programming as something scary. It's just a do this or do that or else. Yeah, yeah. I don't mind the programming aspect. I think I've managed it okay so far. It's just a matter of I have huge gaps in knowledge. Slash Studio says nowadays there's always patches. I don't even know how to make a patch. Something I should bug Francisco about, because I think he's had to do patches for Lamplight. Oh yes, Belkun. Yeah, so I'm mentioning on Prodigy message boards for adventure games, a tutorial someone posted for hex editing, Quest for Glory 2 save games to change your inventory items and skills. Oh, interesting. So for patches are super easy with Steam. You just dump the new code and Steam creates a patch. All right. Pretty good. Okay, so let us That's not too bad. I feel like I also want... I feel like I want an extra layer of darkness, but I don't know how I would achieve that with this. Do I want the vignette still? Maybe I do, because the preceding screen does have a vignette. So you see, I kind of carried it through here and here. So I might, in fact, just keep that consistent, keep doing that. Yes, Bilkun, I'm still using the Surface Pro 2. I have not got around to setting up the Wacom altogether for work. But yeah, after I finish this one thing I want to finish tonight, I'm gonna really try to make it a goal to set up the Wacom so that I'm now working on it primarily. I'm just not there yet. Okay. Yeah, Cosmic Void 3. Yeah, I feel like I have had some experience where Steam kind of creates a patch / not patch. When I update the demo, that seems to be what happens. So, but I don't know what that does to people's save games potentially. Hopefully nothing. Yeah, so I think I'll keep the vignette, but I will fix it. Because I do like the idea of it. Because right now, the composition is really open, and I do want to give this part of the intro this feeling of separation from the part of the intro that has to do with Nancy directly, because this part doesn't. So yeah, let's do the vignette. Let's do the vignette. Yeah. Okay. And hopefully, yeah, I mean, this is an encouraging amount of progress. So, just make a copy of this. Ludum Dare 48 next weekend. Anyone planning to take part? Maximus, can you please explain a little bit what Ludum Dare is? Because I've heard of it, but I just don't know anything about it. Okay, so. Yeah, I do like that. I prefer it. Although I might give the edges of it some kind of rim lighting potentially. Oh, you make a game. Okay, gotcha. So Ludum Dare is make a game event, which is also, I guess, known as a jam. You make a game in 48 hours. Okay. Any engine, any platform, anything. Game jam. Okay, yes. Did the actor who plays the old man here ever perform in Sierra games? No. This is based, although you can't really tell from this. This is actually based on Doug Herring, who was the artist for The Colonel's Bequest. It does not look like him at all, but that's who this is supposed to be. So, let's see here what I can do with this. Yeah, I've never done a game jam. That's another thing on the list of things I would like to do after the Crimson Diamond is done. I would also like to make an AGI style, double wide pixel looking game. I should like a little one. I'd also like to make a short little CGA game. Tons of stuff I want to do. I wonder if I should just start this from scratch. Yes, AGI. And I know I love AGI so much. For Ain't Nobody Got Time for Game Jam. Well, you're making your own game right now anyway. And of course, with Ferrari's game, Dan, the musician on the Crimson Diamond, has been making music for Ferrari's project as well, and he also streamed that on a previous stream. should I just... I wonder if I should just start this vignette from scratch. Was 48 hours pretty standard for a game jam? Oh, okay. There's different themes each time. Last Ludum Dare theme was stuck in a loop. And I guess they won't tell you this year's theme until the time comes. Yeah, I imagine so. Oh, they vote on a theme. So, Maximus, do you have any idea what type of game you'd like to make for it? Interesting, you do. But I guess you don't really start on making stuff for it ahead of time. I guess that would be against the rules of a jam. I'm one of those people who likes to prepare ahead of time for everything, so I would just be like, I want to know so I'll prepare a few things just in case it's the thing that I want. Whoa. Freud, last year, Ludum Dare had 5,000 submissions? Oh, okay, and you can prepare, Masterman says, as long as you release everything to the public. Oh. Oh no, don't worry about it, Slash Studio. I didn't even notice. No, don't worry about it. Last year the theme for Game Jam was pretty dark, Anna says. Nope. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Good, it didn't work through. Okay. Having trouble with this vignette. Oh wow. Caterpillar Cowboy was a Ludum Dare game last year and it nailed the loop theme. So I don't know. I don't know anything about this stuff. Are there prizes for either any? How does this work? And they've been doing this 48 other times? Is that how this works? Fame only. Wow. Notoriety. I think that's cool. Oh, I see. It forces you to switch off from life for 48 hours. It sounds like it would wreck sleep schedules very thoroughly. Surprise, surprise, this creating of a vignette is not going that well. It's not going smoothly. No, it's terrible. Just have it be an ellipse, maybe? It's not that bad. Oops, it's not that bad to have it as an ellipse. Or even an ellipse with a frame around it, potentially. Let's see. Maybe. Maybe. Just something simpler. No worries, Last Studio. No, it's fine. Have a nice conversation. Okay. Yeah, it's nice to have some liveliness in chat. You know? Probably a few too many stars here. Okay. Yeah, this is not accurate, obviously, star-wise. Any hidden message in the stars? No. Not a one. Not a one. Yeah, this is for a piece that is not going to be on the screen for very long, you know. Taking quite a lot of time with it. But this EGA rules. Yeah, I really should do something like that, shouldn't I? Maybe I'll add some warmth into this part here, too. Darn hard to draw random stars. Ah, it's not so bad. Just got to get rid of the double white stars. That's a bit too much for me. Use the copy and paste the stars from Space Quest 3. Huh. What do we have here? Okay, so yeah, I mean, well, we could add some of this light in here. Like so. Give it a bit more warmth. Space Quest 3 is very nice. It's got some really excellent lighting, like not natural light, kind of a weird cosmic alien lighting conditions, which is really cool to see. I did have that school presentation about pixel art in EGA that I have up on my channel, and I did use a lot of Space Quest 3 examples because the colors that were used in the art are really, a lot of them are kind of unexpected in EGA, but they really work. Is there fire animation mouse mist? That is a really good question. I don't think the rough one did, but yeah, this one really should, shouldn't it? Good point. Good point. Good point. It will. It will. But yeah, that definitely is helping. Yeah, for sure. So there will be a fire animation, there will be gutting animation, and I think that's it here. I don't think we're going to do twinkly stars or anything like that. No. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Maybe just a small hurricane in the background. Why not? Why not? Just a small one. To get all the action game people on board. Yeah, I can do like a virtual reality, a VR thing where you got the fish in virtual reality. Maybe something like that. 2 eyeballs. Yeah, I guess, you know, there could be like an owl in one of these trees with its eyes kind of, you know, shining out from the darkness. That could definitely happen. Yes, there's something fishy going on in this screen. But yeah, I guess the fire. We gotta animate this fire. So. A VGA ship. You guys are full of great ideas. A VGA ship in the background. Yeah, some, you know, just some fireworks back there to make it lively, you know? It is the summer. It could be the 4th of July. Or Canada Day, or whatever we do here. Whatever Canadians do in July. Why not? Fire sparks. Yeah, fire sparks. Oh, neat, Anna. You'd go up the hill that is near the water here and watch the 4th of July fireworks in Port Angeles. Nice. Nice. Yeah, with some, some nice fireworks back there. You guys are plenty creative. Sometimes I actually use suggestions. So, and I appreciate the company, whether you're creative or not. It's nice. This is a nice time to have. And it's stuff that has to get done anyway, just like Dan with the music. 2 birds with 1 stone. Two fish with 1 worm. Yes, 2 fish with 1 pole definitely did happen. The rest of it, I can't really say. Huh. Oh, I know this song. I forget what it's French. I forget what the lyrics are. Another good idea, Bill Kuhn. A shooting star across the sky would be aluminum mallard. Yeah, we could have some zeppelins up there, maybe. Make it a little bit more interesting. Although I guess we could really do a shooting star or something, but... What I'm hearing is a lot of extra work. That's what I'm hearing. That's all I hear right now. That's not what we signed up for. Oof. Very good, Maximus. Good point. You're letting me practice saying no, which is a very important skill. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So thank you for the practice. Very good point. Fish, 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 fish. Fish heads, fish fridge, roly-poly fish heads. Right now I'm just using the mouse. Sometimes that's all you need. Yes, as Nightbot mentioned, for anyone who doesn't know, the first chapter of the Crimson Diamond is available as a playable demo on Steam. So please check it out if you have not, and if you like what you see, please do wishlist it. It's really I think it makes a difference when things launch and stuff in terms of visibility, so yeah. And I've never had fish head curry. Rasmus, interesting. Let's see, 9:48. I do think I'm kind of running out of steam, so we're gonna call it at 10, I think. So, in about 5 minutes, I'll go to Big Julia View. We'll find someone to raid, and we'll say goodnight. Yes, out of gas and out of steam, Slash Studio says. We're switching to coal. We're switching to firewood, whatever's going on here. Yeah. Whew. Yep. But next week, of course, will be a Dan stream, and Dan will be able to carry us for longer. Dan will be able to play us some nice music. We'll figure some stuff out. We'll hash out some tunes. It'll be lovely and super chill. And good times as usual. It'd be kind of, Anna says it'd be kind of neat if he read your game manual on stream. There's some great information in there. Oh, thanks, and so thank you for even reading some of the manual, Anna. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, there's some background on some of the characters, and there's Nancy's backstory, because of course in the tradition of a lot of older games, sometimes the only information you get about the characters and their backgrounds is in the manual, and so you get to read a little bit about Nancy's parents and how she grew up and where she grew up. And yeah, I mean, we could definitely take a look at that. That could be a good time filler for the future. Whoa! Ronald Dragster, 4:04 a.m.? No. Yes, Edenwaith, I did manage to get Photoshop CS2 installed on the new computer. Yes. And something, okay, so if anyone is installing Photoshop CS2 on their computer, when you install Photoshop CS2 on your computer and you want your fonts, don't just install the fonts into the Windows Fonts folder and expect Photoshop CS2 to recognize them. Especially, with these later versions of Windows we have nowadays. What you need to do is, actually, I have a note. You need to put it in, let me find my note for this, because this is very important. And I wrote a note to myself 8 years ago when I upgraded the Surface Pro 2 notes. And I forgot about this until, well, I actually remembered, but I couldn't find where the note was. And I recently discovered it, much to my delight. To make Adobe CS2 fonts work on your new computer, you need to, this is very important, I wrote it down. Yes, past Julia tried her best. She left a note and everything. And see, I said I knew where I'd written it down, but I couldn't find it, and now I also cannot find it. Okay, let's go to Big Julia so you can watch me not find this. Okay. Let's go to Big Julia. Okay. Okay, watch me not find this. Okay. I'm gonna flip through this. It's in here because I did refer to this, and it's very important because you can't just dump the font, your old font folder from Windows into the new font folder in Windows and expect a 15-year-old version of Adobe Photoshop to enjoy that. It's a Twitch clip coming? Oh my goodness. Okay. Come on, past Julia. You wrote this, and fairly recent past Julia did find it again. Okay, here it is. Okay. Computer, local disk C, program files, x86, common files, Adobe, and then you put the fonts in the fonts folder. The fonts folder. Okay, so if you put the fonts in the Adobe Fonts folder in your common files on your C drive, all will be well. And those fonts could be PFB font files. They could be TTF or TrueType or whatever they're called. That's where you need to put them for Adobe stuff, especially old Adobe stuff that might not necessarily play nicely with Windows 10. That is your public service announcement. And I have forgotten it twice already in my life. Can you show us the folder on your PC? Hold on, let me find it first. Okay, let us go to this one. Okay, so Windows C. Hopefully you're seeing the proper thing. Fairly recent past Stephen is a person you generally trust. Past Stephen less so. Okay, so program files x86, Adobe. Oh no, it's not here. Okay, program files, common files. So program files x86, common files, Adobe, fonts. And this is where you want to dump them. And you can see right here I've got some OpenType font files, some PFBs, some Type 1s, all of this stuff. I dumped them all in this program files, x86, common files, Adobe font. So this is for CS2. So I just dumped them in here and they were fine. You can see some of these font files are from 1997, which is a distressingly long time ago now. Yes. So don't expect to dump a PFB file, font file, into your Windows fonts folder and expect Windows to know what to do with that. I know. I know. Okay. But yes. That was my stumbling block. Yeah. So, Edenwith, you are right. 1997 was always 5 years ago. And if we all agree to that, then that must be true. Yes, Anna says, kind of like don't expect to drop in a CD for Space Quest 4 and have it load up right away on Windows 10. Yeah. So, as it stands right now, the Wacom has my CS2 on it. It has my fonts on it, my precious 1997 relics on there. And it has, it has OBS, but I haven't set up OBS properly. And all the other stuff I use. Oh my goodness, I installed Dreamweaver 8, not even MX, Dreamweaver 8, because that's what I use. So I need to get that up. Like, it's installed, but I have to get my site up and working on Dreamweaver 8. I know, it's embarrassing. Judith Butler's love for have a great night. Thanks for hanging out. And you didn't. I guess you only ask what a Roland MP32 is on the Dan streams. So I look forward to that. Hopefully, if you're here next week. Maniac Mansion backgrounds are basically character sets, like a font file. What's a font suitcase, Edenwaith? Bill Kuhn thinks it's just stupid that Windows 10 literally won't run anything that ran in DOS. Advanced technology, indeed. Yeah, DOSBox is the magical thing. And ScumVM, and which is apparently supporting AGS now, or they're in the process of supporting AGS, which is really exciting because that means Adventure Game Studio games like the Crimson Diamond, of course, hopefully will be playable on more platforms, which is super cool. We'll need a Windows 95 box soon. Oh, Mouse Miss, you're so right. You're right, and I don't like it. You're right, and I don't like it very much. Okay. So, it's 9:58, so thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out, and we did get an appreciable amount of work done tonight. Next week, hopefully, Dan said, so we'll see. But yes, Dan said next week should be a music stream. So hopefully, see you guys for that. And hopefully this week I also come out with the Crimson Gazette, the April issue of the Crimson Gazette. And yeah. Oh, a font suitcase is another type of font, a grouping of fonts. Woo, from what you're looking at, some of them are from 1998 and 2001. Nice. I love the smell of old fonts, you know? Thank you guys for coming, of course. Cosmic Void 3, Amberstein, Deluxe Tux, Bill Coon / Studio, of course, Day of War. Oh, Gen Suta or Gen Suta. Lurking, thank you for lurking and thank you for saying goodnight. It's nice, you know, of course people who are lurking, you don't have to of course say anything ever. It's just nice to have people hang out. But thank you for saying goodnight, and I'm glad you enjoyed. And Mousimus, of course. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know. I knew fonts had families, but I did not know they had suitcases. Thank you, Anna. Thank you for shouting the thanks for the informative and good time. Thank you. Thank you for coming as always. It's always good to see you. Mega Hammer Studios! Hello, Lurker. Yes, even with, yes, I said the smell of old fonts. I did say that. Yeah, my good old 1997 fonts. Those sweet PFBs. And yes, and electronics do have a smell. There are many different smells for electronics. Yes, Ronald Dragstaff, till next time. Yeah, burnt resistor and a CGG. Yeah, candle shop. They should have burning plastic, overheated, you know, melted. It's awful. Is MT32 a font? We could talk about sound fonts, which is the thing Dan. Well, I can't, but Dan can. Maybe next week we'll talk about that. But let us find someone to raid. So give me a second. You've been doodling instead of animating, Dave. There's nothing wrong with doodling. Doodling is actually a really fine way to pass the time. You know what? I gotta close Photoshop before I open up Firefox because I feel like I'm gonna run out of virtual memory again. So give me a second. I can't believe, first of all, I don't want to jinx it, but I can't believe VLC Media Player held out for this entire time. I'm really happy about that, actually. The smell of popped capacitor. The smell of dust in the tower case. Yeah, you got a doodle. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. Yes. I'm gonna find someone to raid, but yes, I see you guys. See you guys next week, hopefully, with a dance stream or something. We'll figure something. Okay, so let's see who we're gonna raid tonight. Okay. Oh wow! For some reason, I'm not logged into. Yeah, you got a doodle. Oh no. Mute tab. Uh-oh. Give me a second. Oh, Anna, thank you for subscribing. Thank you, thank you. Okay. 6. Okay. And yes, Anna, I'm looking forward to listening to the Francisco interview on the CGG podcast. That's going to be awesome. Okay, so let's see who we can. Ooh, Sue. Well, seeing as Middle-Aged Stream popped his head in a little bit tonight and was so nice and has played the Crimson Diamond demo on his stream, I can think of no reason why we should not raid him. Because I've also talked about how much I enjoy his streams too. So, let's do that. Let's do that. Oh my gosh, my computer does not like me streaming and also being on Twitch at the same time. Okay. Yes, finally you're gonna have him on, Anna. That's awesome. Okay. We're gonna set this up to raid. Oh my gosh. Okay. We're setting up to raid middle-aged stream. Hope you guys join me. He is an amazing streamer. Super entertaining. Okay. Great. Okay. So. Have a great night. Everyone, thank you so much for coming. It's always awesome to hang out and just have a nice time with you guys. And see you next week. Happy for the last time tonight, and maybe in a week's time we can say the same. But happy Crimson Tuesday. Have a good night. So we're gonna head over there now.